All right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Go live. I haven't gone live on Twitch in a while, but still not doing it. I should. Which channel am I on? I'm on the wrong channel. Sorry, let me get situated. How's everybody doing today? Got 25 people in here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for showing up. Let me just, I can't see anything here. 6 likes. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I'm doing pretty well. Let me set up monetization because that's not set up. And also, sorry for everybody that's chatting. I'm going to change it to members only. So, I usually set that up in the beginning, but I'll answer some of these questions as you did. Good morning, everybody. Everybody's saying good morning. Good morning. I appreciate everybody stopping through. Finally, the chat is open. I'm sorry, it's not open to all. As you can see, some of the moderators already had to time some people out. It gets pretty horrendous really quick. So thank you, Mary, for becoming a member. Like I said, I make it cheap. I make it 99 cents so that we don't have to, the moderators, I feel like with the amount of work that they do, I have to pay them. And I appreciate all the moderators. But yeah, I don't want to give them too much work. Recently, I had a little bit of a get together outside with a small group of family members, and it was outside, so it was kind of cold. And if you don't know, my body doesn't adjust well to the cold. So now I have a sore throat again, even though I thought everything was over. Everything was good. You know, when I had a sore throat before, I was able to adjust. Got situated, and now, you know, I have a sore throat again. So it sucks, but it is what it is. My body doesn't adjust well to cold weather. We have almost 100 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Continue to like the video. I'm sorry for anybody that stopped by that wanted to have an open chat. I will do an open chat later. Remember, I only make it 99 cents so that it's cheap for everybody. And if you feel as though you want your questions answered, it's better to do it in a members only chat than just like sending a super chat. I feel like most people will opt for sending a super chat just to get their message read, but I read a lot of messages. Good morning, Chris Allen. Good morning, Cage. Nameless, how much sleep did you get? I had a good amount of sleep. I went to sleep at like 10:30 or 10:45 or something like that. So I got a good amount of sleep. Usually I'll get less sleep. Like over the weekend, I got like no sleep because I was staying up until probably like 1 in the morning. I had a live stream on Saturday night, I think. Yeah, not Sunday night. I was going to yesterday, but I didn't. Todd Sparks, thank you for becoming a member. So Matt, any news on Doge? No, I'm seeing Doge that's rising. Not really much news. It's just the only time we really have news is like when somebody tweets. We have a lot of volume that spikes. It did hit a high, I think, of 42 cents. Yeah, 42 cents. Yeah, it hit a high of like 42 cents, I believe. I don't really see all of that information there, but I'm looking to put more money into Doge, but I don't have any money available still in Robinhood. It's taken a while to actually get deposited. So would have wanted to put some more in at 23, but ugly shirt you got there. Don't worry about the shirt. Doge is available on Webull again. Well, that's good. I don't want to have to transfer things. I don't want to have it in different areas. I want to have my Webull account as something that's a swing trade. hey, maybe I swing trade Doge, and then also have Doge over here. Like I'm up 480% on my investment. Would have liked to put in a lot more if I had more in Robinhood, but I didn't. This is where it's important to have so much money in different platforms. I feel like that's the highest, 43 cents, somewhere around there. This is why it's important to put so much money in different platforms, because if you need to invest in certain areas that other platforms don't offer, then you can easily do it. Sorry for all the coughing if I do cough, because sore throat. Doge available on Webull again. That's good. 43 cents is a high. So dumb question, but would capping it be a good thing? Finding a way to cap it, yes. But every crypto has its own type of cap. Like Ethereum has a different type of cap than Bitcoin does. Like Bitcoin has a firm cap, right, at like 21 million. Ethereum, I think, offers 18 million every year, but has a cap at that. Dogecoin does not have a cap at all. So, it's unlimited. It's basically like printing money. Would a cap actually help it? Yes, to an extent, but you have to find a better way to implement it. And I don't know if they can, because the way that they developed it without the the thought of having a cap, right? So I think it might help a little bit. These gummies aren't really good. I'm gonna have to get some different ones later. Good morning, Frank. I think Webull getting Doge will really help Doge. Yeah, any platform that allows you to be able to trade this, to be able to buy into it, I think is going to help out, because then you're going to see an influx in volume, for people that only have that platform. So I think, yeah, it definitely will help out. Apparently 420 is Doge Day. Their Twitter account says so. That's interesting. I've seen that in the Discord group. I have seen that in a Discord group. Everyone hit that like button. You're absolutely right, Diego. Hit that like button if you have a chance. We have 214 people in here. Make sure you do that. It does help out the channel a lot. Is there a trade limit on crypto? I'm still new. I think there's only a trade limit to the platform. I'm not 100% sure about swing trading it. I'm pretty sure you still need 25K in your account in order to make these day trades or so. But yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any. I think there's still the standard limit with the platform. Doge making my losses from ZOM. Or making up my losses from ZOM. We need a green day today. We absolutely do. If we look at the stock market, ZOM, I believe, was down again from the last time I looked at it, and I did not expect it to drop below 84 or 83. Now it dropped all the way down to 78 cents. So it's showing that massive drop over a long period of time. This is only the last couple of days, from 120 down to 78 cents. I'm still holding on to my position at 3,000 shares. As it does continue to get lower, it doesn't hurt for me to at least expand on that position. What's crazy is I'm comfortable with this, but as I start to add on, am I comfortable with it as I add on? Not necessarily, but I do want to be able to make those day trades up so that I bring the cost basis down. So we'll see how that works out. Robinhood refunded me money because they sold me Doge and it wasn't at an updated price after buying GME, and then I moved everything to Webull. Interesting. That's crazy. I had that experience. I'm glad you just answered that question, because I have 2 different accounts for stocks and crypto. I wasn't sure if it was smart to get a 3rd account for the ones I can invest in on my other 2. I wish I could buy Doge, but I think, but I can't link my bank account for some reason. Wait, why? It's not giving you, I think you have to go through like the verification process, right? Where you have to basically say like these two deposits went into this bank account. You're saying you can't link your bank account, like Robinhood doesn't support it or Webull doesn't support it. I think that happened to me previously, but do you have like a smaller credit union or something? Because usually that's what happens. If you have a smaller credit union, they can't verify the bank. Good morning. Sorry for all the coughing, man. It's bothering me. Son is an investor in AMC. I've been watching to learn about this. I like your videos. Thank you. Thank you, Mary. Thank you for becoming a member. And I'm glad that you enjoy my videos. I try to make them, as realistic as possible and not just say, hey, we're shooting for the moon, because it's all about understanding profit hands, right? It's all about understanding how to gain a profit and be happy with what you are doing. Now, as of today, things are not really going as planned when it comes to swing trading because a lot of things are red. But when you can find a way to take that profit, lower the cost basis, get more of a profit, then it's great to be able to do that. With certain positions, AMC is the hold is the move. GME, hold is the move because we're looking for that to really push up. GME probably got to a point to where it can have that second squeeze, and $5 to $500 I would consider a squeeze. AMC from $2 to $20 I would not consider a squeeze. They have a lot of potential for a large push, especially with the interest rate continuing to increase. What do you see GME pushing to today as far as technical levels? Well, when I look at GME, a lot of these positions, these quote-unquote meme stocks, will be unpredictable, just because it's very difficult to understand exactly what the movement would be here, because a lot of the movement is unexplainable, right? We know that it's supposed to be up in those levels of 300, 400, 500, but hedge funds continue to push it down. It really depends on what they can do, because it defies all technical analysis that you do end up doing. You can find any W pattern, you can find any cup and handle, you can find any head and shoulders, whatever it actually is, and you're not seeing the movement that's supposed to come after that. So it's very tough to say what you would see at a technical level, but what we're seeing, just looking at the chart in general and looking at the movement in the pre-market, the volume is not insanely high at the moment, and it's still showing that massive increase to 8%. Now, we did see a large jump from the close, so that might be a big picture of it, but you do see this jump in the pre-market showing that there's a lot of buying strength here. Leveling out, showing that there is strength up in that 164 level. So I can definitely say that with the movement here, you can see it at that 170 or 180 dollar level. If we're seeing a really good day, we can definitely see around 20% of a gain, get up to that hopefully close to the $200 level or so. But yeah, you can definitely see a 20 basically a 40, well, I guess a $30 gain or so in the day. That's what I'm looking for with GME. I was looking for that to pull a little bit lower in order to invest in it previously, because I do hold 2 shares of GME at $240 over in Fidelity, and looking for that to hit certain lows so that I can lower that cost basis by a lot, because I'm going to buy a number of shares. If it hits $100, I'll buy 10, which will basically trump anything that I had previously there. So thank you, Space Coast, for becoming a member. Thank you, Oscar, for becoming a member. It's T+1 for crypto and can only buy with settled funds. That's good to know. Most funds for me are settled. Well, I guess besides the whole day trading fiasco that I got into. So I can actually make buys and sells again. My day trading was reset. So if you ever go through this, I'm down quite a bit. I will be as transparent as possible, as all of these stocks are down. But with any of these day trades, if you end up making that 4th day trade, you can actually reset the day trades I believe I did it on my phone, but you can reset it and then you can submit it so that you can make those day trades again. But I think if you make it a second time, then that won't be reset and you need to have 25,000 in your account. So I do have, I think, 17K that's coming over from Fidelity over to Webull. It should be deposited on the 22nd, so I should be able to make more day trades. I haven't been able to do that. I've been making these swing trades, and the swing trades really have been going against me as of late. I want to see GME and AMC rip faces off those hedgies. I'm right there with you. We have 400 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Oh, wow. Nobody has told me that I haven't been showing the chart. I've just been talking. Literally have just been talking, and I've been trying to show what GME was doing. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for becoming a member. I had no idea that I wasn't showing the chart. But yeah, this is what I was seeing at a technical, sort of a technical level with GME. So I see that jump up to $169, seeing that level out and then increase as of late in the after hours market and then, or in the pre-market. But you're seeing it's up to almost 9.5%. But you're not seeing a crazy amount of volume. You are seeing a good amount of volume, and it's showing that increase. So it doesn't necessarily need to be in the millions for the pre-market. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing with GME there. Let's go back to, I'm happy with what COS is doing. I would like to see a little bit more there. As you know, I still hold a lot of shares in COS. So yeah, we'll get that moving. Let me put AMC up here. Good morning, Matt. Thank you for streaming in the morning. I look forward to listening to you every day. Thank you for saying that. You know, that means a lot to me. It means a ton. Had a problem because had Chime account. I had to open an account, the actual bank, in order to open a Webull account. Yeah, that'll do it. That will do it. Sorry, I'm trying to cough without being into the mic, so hopefully this cough drop helps. Why, Zom? Why? Yeah, Zom is not making the best move down to 80 cents, a low of 78 cents, but it does still show opportunity for me. I understand that this is more of a speculative play. It's based on hopes and a lot of the rumors and news that you can get with the company, which we don't get a lot of news from the company. And when you see certain sectors, certain pieces, certain investments that are down, it ends up being a little bit tricky seeing that move or that potential. But like I said, I still see that potential with all of the days that it has, strayed from the norm. So like with ZOM, typically you'll see movement of like a cent, 2 cents, 3 cents, but you're seeing movement of 10 plus cents, 11 cents in between. So it's huge. The movement has definitely jumped a little bit. So I really like the potential there to actually increase a lot. All right. Good morning. Opinion on Fubu TV. I'm still bullish on where Fubu TV can go. No way did I think that it was going to go down to $18. I've seen them as a play that can definitely move up to that $30 range. I definitely seen that as a play that can move up to that $30 range, really. And yeah, I think it's going to be huge. I'm looking for, if you don't know my channel, if you're new in any way, typically I'll look for that max level of resistance, but I'll look for a sell point in between the low that I'm at and the max level of resistance, and I'll actually get out somewhere in between the high there. Or if it has a large push in the day that looks like something really fast that's unsustainable, I'll sell at that point and then get back in at the low, so I can basically double that profit, because a traditional move on the way up will be more slower. It'll be a little bit better of a movement, a little bit more predictable. But the large movement that you may see with cost or Fubu TV, if it has a large increase, I know that it's going to be overbought and it's going to be a large decrease soon. So I'll get out at the high of that play and make some money and then get back in at the low. I did that with SOS. I did it with cost a bunch of times, which I've made $600+ on cost. But right now it's being cut by all of the where it is now. So it's at a $300 or basically $400 loss there. But those are all unrealized. As we start to see these turn over, it's a different story. With the liquidation bonds, do you think it's preparation for short positions to cover? Thanks, man. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to answer that. With the liquidation bonds, do you think it's a preparation for? I'm not sure how to answer that. I would say no, just because I'm not sure. Welcome, Money Makes Money member, Mary. Yeah, welcome, Mary. Thank you for upgrading. How many hours of sleep did you get? I'm not 100% sure. When did I fall asleep? 10:30, 10:45. Woke up at 5:30. So I'm pretty good. I got a good amount of sleep. It wasn't bad. The other couple of days I've gotten like no sleep. Y'all need to click the like button. Yeah, we have 500 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Could you check out our W chart? Let us know what you see. Thanks, bro. All right. So for this chart, let me look at a 10,000 foot view. So a 10,000 foot view, I'm liking the growth, the slow growth of it. It does look like more of a, if you look at the overall trend, which I always like to look at like the average and where it's moving, and you see this, yes, it does have that slow increase, but it looks like it's more of a moon. So it's getting to a kind of a peak point here and then flowing down as you're looking at the 10,000 foot view. The growth of this, though, is really great. It would be good for a swing trade. It's just as of now, you're looking at that start to fall from that peak of $86 to slowly showing lower lows and lower highs, right? So it's starting to slowly decrease on that trend line. As I see that, I start to get a little bit worried about the ultimate growth of it if you're looking for a large push of this position. As I look into a longer form, so more of a 100,000 foot view, right? You could still see that same thing. You can see that increase over the long period of time. But however, you're starting to see this level out and slow decline. Even though you are seeing an increase over certain periods, you see that fluctuation as it does go up. It might be hitting to a point to where it is leveling out, or it might be actually making a move down, even though you see some positive days. So let's look at year-to-date function of that. So we can see that the previous high was at $96.32. I always like to go by that. Did not show full strength. It decreased quite a bit down, and now it's starting to show that level up. Now, for something like me, for someone like me, I would like to get into any type of swing play, or even, I guess this would be considered more of a longer term play, a swing play. No, that's actually a long-term play. So from March to March, that's over a year. So you can see that decrease there, and as it's starting to build up, for me, whenever I see a swing play or any type of long-term play, I like to see where that high is and say, okay, where would I look to actually sell at? And somewhere around the 80 plus, $88 mark showed a little bit of, resistance back in the day when that increase did happen. So I wouldn't look at this as something that's going to increase heavily. Now, if you have some news behind it, it could be a different story. But the chart usually tells you what it can do, what it can hold. It shows you the history, and the history is strong in this one because it's starting to get to that high point. You can see how it is starting to moon and start to start to curve a little bit, start to fall down, and maybe you might see that cross the 200 EMA to actually indicate a downtrend. So, or level out somewhere around that $80 mark. So, in my opinion, I wouldn't see this as a play that would push above, that $96 mark. If you have some news behind it, it could be different. But that's my overall analysis of that. Just chart related. You might want to wait, I guess. If you're looking for a shorter play to where you can gain $8 or so, then yeah, you can make a move there. We have 567 people in here, guys. Continue to hit that like button. Continue to do what you do. Thank you, everybody, for becoming a member. I don't know why it says you have 0 members here, because we had a bunch of people that joined as a member. Is this not updating or something? Are you in on CLOV? So it had a lot of unusual options. It's shorted heavily. I'm not in on it. Is it shorted heavily? There's a lot of positions that are actually heavily shorted. We can see the movement. This is over a year, from $17 down to $6.31. But let's look at the day. We're seeing 20% on Friday. 20% of an increase on Friday. I don't know. I think at certain points you realize that you may have missed the boat. My Discord link doesn't work. Like to Patreon, or the Discord link doesn't work on Patreon? Give me a second. Let me go to Patreon and see what's going on there. Okay, so it's the Discord link on Patreon. Give me a second. Shoot. New post. I don't know why it does that. Why the Discord link doesn't want to work. Invite people. Copy. Give me 1 second. There we go. This should be good. Actually, I think I'll send it to you too. All right, I sent it. That should work. Thank you for joining as a Discord member. So yeah, we have 600 people. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Do you think that coin will increase in value based on area of crypto into off? Yeah, I think coin will definitely increase in value. It's going to be something that's definitely a game changer. I think we're seeing the movement comparable to what we were seeing with the previous. Oh, it did increase quite a bit. Wait, let's see this. Sorry, increased to 44. It closed it, so it decreased to $334 from that 342. But I think we will see that movement, and I don't think it's just based on the variety of cryptocurrency that it offers. I think it's mainly on the fact that that company is a big company. It's a game changer, right? So I don't think it's just on the amount of crypto that it offers. I think it's more on some of the fundamentals, how many people that are hype into the position, a lot of different things, a lot of different factors. But I think it's going to show its true value as it does continue to increase, continue to move up. You're going to see this. A lot of people think that this is going to hit like $1,000 in the near future, and I would agree with them that it is going to be a game changer. I don't know if I can push it to that far. But I would like to see where the low is, and it looks like it really fights around that $300 mark, $315 mark, $317 mark, and pushes up from there. So if you're looking to get into this position, I would say somewhere around that mark you would be good. Let me change my camera because for some reason this died. Let's not go with that. Roblox. There we go. That works. It's a little brighter, but. Go this way. Perfect. I'm still holding coin. Hopefully it slowly makes its way back to 350. Yeah, I mean it will make its way back to 350 easily. It's just like I said, with a lot of different positions that you see here that are continually dropping, it's just certain sectors, certain stocks are just getting hit pretty hard. Lack of volume, a lot of shorting the positions, especially with AMC. Like when I was looking at this and I was doing analysis over the weekend for AMC, you can see that it was at 37% short volume ratio. You're seeing the short borrow fee rate increase every single day that it goes on. Let's do a little bit of an update. Let's see it's still 18%, but you're seeing it increase every single day, and these short shares available decrease quite a bit every single day. You're seeing the volume just increase as well. So it's getting pretty big. Certain stocks are just getting shorted to Kingdom Come. We are seeing a little bit of a pullback with Dogecoin from that 43-cent mark. If we can get above 50 cents, that will be amazing. But if you were looking to swing trade anything, or swing trade crypto, you can swing trade crypto and do a pretty good job with it. Let me go back to this. Oh yeah, Young Spacebar, hardly working. Eric in the house. It worked. How sad. I had to wait until I was back from medical leave and working to get paid again. Luxury items had to wait. I hear you. Yeah, remember the first level of Discord is only $5. You don't have to pay per month. So after that first month, you can go ahead and cancel it if you want, or you can go to the second level of profit hands, where I do end up doing swing trades and day trades and Carl's calls if he would cooperate. He doesn't want to pick stocks. Right, Carl? Yeah, he doesn't want to cooperate. So eventually, but I can do an update on Carl's calls. I actually recorded a video on an update on what's going on. All of the stocks are basically down. A lot of the stocks that we picked are stocks that are getting hammered. So not hammered as much, but you did see MVIS drop down quite a bit. I think to a low of where was the low? Wasn't there a really low of like $10, I believe? $10.58 there. But that just gives you an opportunity to get in, because I do believe that can really push up. But on that position, we were down a little bit. Morning, everyone. I hope your title comes true. We need a good week. Yeah, we do need a good week. We need at least a good week. I would love to have a great week. I want to see some good things from costs, because costs always shows some positivity, massive increases right from the start, and we haven't been seeing that lately. We've just been seeing a fall. And I understand, the falls. Let me actually take a look at what cost is doing Fintel wise. 21%. It hasn't really had a lot of market volume at all. 700 short shares available. Still over 100% short borrow fee rate, but we haven't been seeing a lot of volume go through. So it's not something that, if we can see more volume, it'll be really good. But we see those spurts here and there. Let me go back. But GME is still looking good, up basically 9%. What up? What's up, Jack? I'm late. Zom killing me. Zom is killing me as well. It's down to 80 cents. It went down to 78 cents. I do still see the potential in Zom. And just know that I always preface all of this with, you need to invest in things that, if you feel as though you can, limit the losses, that's definitely a good deal. A lot of the positions that I was here, the issue with swing trading a little bit and trying to limit your losses, manually rather than doing it with a stop that you set, because typically I'll set a mental stop and do it myself, because if you set those stop orders, a lot of times they have those stop hunts, and if I get to a certain point, that's when I sell myself out. The problem is that when I'm working, I don't really see this. So if it goes lower and lower and lower, then it hits to a point where it's like, well, if I do this, this is where I thought the ultimate low would get, so it makes no sense. So how about you just average down? There's two methods. You can average down, or you can limit your losses, get back in at the low, and then drive the price up. And it ends up being tricky when you have to factor in that weighting portion to it. So a lot of these, I would have limited my losses, especially in day trading. When I'm actually actively day trading something, I limit the losses by, getting stopped out at like $20 worth of a loss versus wanting to make $100 worth of a gain. But with swing trading, it's less of that and more averaging down. I never average down during a day trade, but I average down quite frequently for a swing trade. Yeah, we have 661 people in here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. If you guys want to join as a member, please do so. It's only 99 cents. I make it cheap. Make it really cheap. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Cheap, cheap, cheap. But yeah, there's still some positions that are continuing to drop. Like I'm upset with SOS. That still shows its strong potential to get back up to the $6 range. It's just, like we said, there's a lot of positions that are getting either heavily shorted, just having more of a sell-off, even though the volume may be up higher than what it typically is. And it's just overall interesting. But once you do see those bullish moves, you're going to see a lot of this turn green really quick. Because I buy at a high quantity, which means that you really only have a little bit of movement in order to make that decrease quite a bit. So if I have $1 worth of a gain on SOS, I gain $1,000. If I have $1 worth of a loss on SOS, I lose $1,000. So that's why you're seeing a $700 loss there. But again, a lot of these red days really get to people, What is Dogecoin doing? Doge is trying to hover around that 40 cent mark. I'm still up 482%. up $346, total equity of $417. I'm looking to hold that for a long period of time and see what we can do from there. Woodrunner, were you trying to become a member? Or were you trying to, I think that was a super chat that you sent. We got 725 people in here. Thank you everybody for watching. People have said that they were like, oh, well, if you do members only chats, you lose views. And actually I've been gaining viewers with members only chats. So if you guys want to join, like I said, as a member, 99 cents. I do have 2 levels. And we can talk it up. Good morning, everyone. Anyone buying DMLRY this morning? I have a buy order in Robinhood waiting for the open bell. It's in the OTC market, so I can't trade that in here. Let's see, you're waiting for the open bell for an increase. Is it based on is it a news play for you, or is it more of a like, you know, technical look? Oh, okay, I see what you're doing here. So it was something that opened up. Why is this coming? There we go. I was gonna say that didn't make sense. It wasn't showing the right thing. You're seeing a lot of growth of this position from $5 to $61, or sorry, $5.61 to $23.32. That's a large amount of growth. What does the history really show? So if I look at 10,000 foot view, that's what I was just looking at. You're going to see that increase. Let's look at the 100,000 foot view of this. So yeah, I mean, as of like, if you're looking way back when, I mean, it's showing that growth here. It's showing a lot of growth. It's, for me, it's kind of scary to see that growth because of the fact that you don't know when that fall is actually going to happen. So I kind of want to look at 5 years just to see what it did. So this is where it ends up being tough. Where it currently is at $23.32, it didn't hit a previous high of $23.58. So is it showing that it's going to surpass that high? Or will it show another resistance at that level and end up falling back down? That ends up being very tricky to see. If you're seeing a lot of news that's going to say it's going to push past that, and that makes sense, but just know that this is showing as a firm resistance point to where it didn't hit that point for a while, you know, back in 2018, dropping down, which could be a complete change because it's, you know, however many years, right? So you're seeing that move all the way downward, hitting a low, the lowest point of, you know, where it could hit in March of 2020, so around the pandemic. And then you're seeing that massive increase all the way up to a previous high, or close to it. So just watch out for that. If you want to invest into that, you can go ahead, but just be aware if it starts to really pull against you that don't be afraid to get stopped out, because you never really know how far that's going to fall. A lot of times history will dictate what the future will bring. So if this is what history is showing, getting up to that high point, even though you really don't have any history after that or before that, it's not showing that it will hold. But like I said, it's however many years later, things could change. A lot of news, a change in the company, whatever. So that's what I'm seeing there, at least. Good morning, everyone. Okay, I just read that. Would you prefer Ethereum or ETC? Is that Ethereum Classic or both? I would prefer Ethereum, but it wouldn't hurt to invest in both. I always like to invest in all, just in case you have a lot of that movement, but I want to invest in Ethereum itself, ETH, just because I know that the capability of that position, I know where it's projected to get to, and that's what I want to do. So I don't even know what it's at now. I wanted to invest in that at 1,800. It got down to a low of, where did it get down? It got down to a lower low. Yeah, close to close to below 2,000. Later, gotta do some work. Well, thank you for showing up. I appreciate it, Mary, and thank you for becoming a member and upgrading as well. Also, is it Stephen or Stefan? I'm not sure. But thank you for becoming a member. Let me know which one it is. Is it Stephen or Stefan? First or second option. China and European markets are buzzing about it. Well, that's good. If they are creating news about it, then it's something that could change. And I'm not saying that you need to always go with history. If you have a little bit of news that's more of a push to where that can go, just know that a lot of times history will dictate what the future will bring, and maybe that's where they think that high will be, or it may surpass it. You know, it looks interesting the way that it's growing. You know, it's consistent growth. It's nothing that's really taking those large dips that you would see with a lot of positions. So if it is going to fall, it's going to fall slowly, not hard. My broker has only 4 altcoins you can invest in via zero hash. I'm not entirely sure. You're actually buying in real coin. Yeah, that's what people are saying with like Robinhood. I think there's a different factor of what you're buying with Robinhood than buying in like Coinbase or something like that. Is I'm going to ever move? Sorry if you already covered it and I missed it. I do believe ZOM is going to move. The thing that I like to see about ZOM, and I just love to point out, the problem is that we are seeing a larger decrease, right, over the last however many days. You are seeing a larger decrease, the way that it's falling from that 280 mark that it was at. It fell pretty heavily, right? But what I like to see with ZOM, and what makes me excited here, is the fact that previously you would see it move like a penny or 2 pennies a day. Right now, even though it's going down, and when it does end up increasing, you're seeing it go from 83 cents up to 94 cents. You're seeing it actually move quite a bit, and then the previous days you're actually seeing that move as well. So from that dollar mark, up to $1.10. So you're seeing that movement even at this small of a movement in the beginning of the day, and when it is decreasing, it's decreasing a lot, but you're seeing more movement, more volatility, and I like to see that. So yes, I do believe that ZOM is going to make its move. It's just got to find its low point, and it's breaking past every support level that I'm seeing. The last support level really was the 80 cent mark, 80 to 83 cents, and it broke past that at 78 cents in the after hours market. So can it hit more of a low today? Quite possible. Now it's looking like another support level. If I go back, now it's looking like instead of getting to this 80 cent mark and pushing past that, now it's looking like another support level is 37 cents, which getting to that point, if we could see that make it move on the way up, that would be great. But yeah, like I said, I see potential in the company. It's not showing strength right now. It's not. It's showing a lot of decreasing, which does get me excited about what the increase or the potential increase could be from that moment. But for me, you never want to invest the whole boat. That's why I'm waiting for it to get to its lowest low possible, and then I'll basically make that move into it to have it grow. Because right now, let's say I invest in 3,000 more shares, it's going to meet me at the halfway point between, where it is, or where my cost basis is now, and where the price is now. So that's what I'm looking for, is to invest in more than like 3,000 shares without actually spending a lot of money, so I can lower that cost basis a heck of a lot instead of just waiting for it to increase to 150. Now I can bring that down to below $1. So I do believe it can go up, but I don't know if we still have seen the actual low here. So if it's something that's really killing you, I mean, it's always great to be able to limit the losses that you have, but for me, I'm staying in it. It's the first option. Okay, so Stephen, and hello from New Zealand. Hello. It's great to be able to know that people from around the world can watch a YouTube channel, and then you can go to another country or another place, another state, and actually like potentially know people just based on the fact that you're streaming every morning, or creating videos, all that stuff. So thank you guys for watching me. It feels great. Sorry for the coughing again. It's Mercedes-Benz pitted against Tesla and winning. Okay, well, like I said, with a position like that, I mean, it looks like it's getting to its high, right? But what you need to do is really factor in the news, and if it's something that can break, then yeah, put your money into it, invest into it. I'm not gonna pull you away from your investment. I'm just giving you realistic thoughts on what the technical analysis says, and yeah, it can definitely show potential even at new all-time highs. There are a lot of times to where companies do hit all-time highs. We've seen that multiple times, and just because it's getting to its high doesn't mean that you need to wait until it gets to its low in order to get into it. If you wanted to hold on to it for a longer term play, then go ahead and do that. Do you think cannabis stocks get a big jump tomorrow? It's quite possible, but I think we need the pump from Reddit a little bit. So I would imagine that if they start pumping on Reddit, so definitely watch out for Wall Street Bets or any other Reddit forum that you can look into to see if they're looking to push cannabis stocks. You would think so, just based on that, but that could also be a point to where it doesn't actually do that because of that. So it's like the opposite sign of it. So you want to look for it and say, what is Reddit pushing? Are people going to actually buy into this position? Should I buy ahead of time and watch that increase? Should I put the whole boat in there, or should I invest a small portion? Anything that I'm willing to lose? What are we doing here? So for me, I would say you just put a little bit of something in there and see if it does grow, but you don't have to put the whole boat. But yeah, I would say that the thought or the theory is that it would increase, but you never really know. All right, so we have 770 people. Hit that like button, guys. It does help out a lot. I will keep you updated as to how it does. Yeah, I mean, I'll look into it as well. Sorry, that's not what it is. Which one was it? This one. So I'll keep an eye on it as well, as to something I need to keep an eye on. So let me trash this. Add what's the name? To watch. That's probably so generic. So generic to say stocks to watch. But we'll see. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it as well. Keep it in my sights. Just so that I know what's going on. It's always great to get an update on, plays that other people make, because then then you know what follows technical analysis and what follows more news-based or rumor-based. It's always great to be able to understand all perspectives. So whether, someone else is right or, I'm right, I'm very open to understanding every side of a situation. This is why you see me talk about AMC and GME in a way that other people don't really talk about it. They'll say, "Oh, it's going through the to the moon, or it's going to a price to where $300, $400." I say it has the potential to push up to that point, but I give a realistic target for a lot of people to double or triple their money, and a lot of these times, one of these positions are kind of like, not once in a lifetime, but for the past, it was once in a lifetime, to where you can have something increase 10x or 100x or whatever, from $2 to $200 is huge. And that's like life-changing money. So if you put $10,000 in there, then you're gaining a lot of money there. All right, so yeah, thank you for the 5 members. Anybody else that wants to become a member, we have 800 people in here. I think this is the peak that we've gotten to in the last couple of days. So we haven't hit over 1,000 in a while. Make sure you guys hit that like button. It does help out a ton. The more times you hit the like button, the more this gets out there to different people. So definitely do so. It does help out a ton, and I appreciate you for it. Let's see if we got any. I think we get free stocks at 9, but don't have any free stocks yet. Let's see what's going on in the market here. So we have AMC around that 1%. We want to see a little bit more of an increase there. Let's look at 5 days. The last couple of days, even though we have seen days that have fell down a little bit, especially Friday. Friday just kind of tanked. You've seen a number of days that actually were increasing slowly. It was a couple of days, and it wasn't something where we had a bad week. It was just, we had massive increases, massive decreases in the same day, when we should have had it massive increase, a level out, and then seeing a slow increase on the way up. We should have been above, $12, $13 by the end of the week. However, we've seen that large decrease from the $11 mark, or sorry, $10.20 mark down to $9. So we've seen it drop significantly, and now we're starting to see that little bit of an increase, 1%. We've seen that increase, late as of Friday, and then it started to increase over the after hours market, seeing it up 1%. So hoping for a good day as well today. It's literally in the range of still being able to be reversed. GME is making a move up. Be aware of what they could do if we do end up seeing a negative day. That could fall pretty quick. And having that fall really fast is obviously not good for certain situations. Let's see, where's that? But yeah, we're up basically 10% there. That looks good. Cost is up almost 5%. I want to see them continue to skyrocket. I'm holding them at $23 worth of a cost basis. Did I think it was going to get below that point? Yes. Was going to average down, but made some moves when it comes to day trades that didn't really pan out the right way. So I got listed as a pattern day trader, and many people know about that. Let's see, SOS is down 4%, down to it went to a low of $4.01. It did get to a low previously of $4.05, so I do understand that. Now it's at $4.17. Hopefully we can see that massive increase, but it might not come over one day. Let's see, ZOM at 81 cents still. Want to see that jump up. eBet, the way that's moving, that's pretty interesting. It's getting back down to previous lows. You think it's showing its support at certain levels at the $20-$30 level. I want to see it get down to 21. It might end up pulling a coin and dropping a little bit lower than what the initial open point was. So looking into that as well. What's going on with Roblox? Now, Roblox is something that's very interesting because as it starts to hit certain levels of like $60, you can see that increase to $70 or $80. It usually fluctuates in between $60 and $80. So if you're looking for a good move there, you can definitely find a great swing play for Roblox as of now, as of late. OCGN is down 6%, Riot's down 7%. Let's see, what else? RMO, I'm still looking for some movement there. Fubo TV, that's something that needs to have a heavy increase. It does show a lot of potential to increase easily to the $30 mark, but just is not making the right move with, you know, everything really falling down. Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Lance. Oh, I don't think I upgraded or updated the Discord group. I was slacking there. I was trying to get everything ready today. But some people update. Yeah, there we go. Somebody updated everybody. Unbanked core stock comfortable. 99% utilization in AMC. Change 3%. Is the cover. Float. Estimated short interest is 20%. Or sorry, last was 22%. So it's continually increasing. I seen it at 18% previously. Yeah, so we're seeing some really good things with AMC. S&D should be a nice swing for tomorrow. All right, so we have 813 people in here. Make sure you guys continue to hit that like button. Thank you, everybody. If you guys want to join the Discord group, link is in the description. It's the first link in the description. Also, if you want to follow my MP Shorts channel or my Perry Experience channel, I have a couple of updates there. Couple of videos that I make on there. Wanted to post a video yesterday. I just didn't post a good video yesterday. Or sorry, I didn't post any videos yesterday. Not a good video. But today's Monday. How's Monday gonna go? Is today Monday? Sometimes I lose track in the days of the week, and the week just started. Let's see what crypto is doing right now. So Bitcoin dropped quite a bit. I was looking for that to continue to drop. Ethereum, I wanted that to drop below 2,000 so I can get into it. And I still should have made my move at 2,000, but I didn't. Could have made the move in Webull, and I still can make the move now, but I'm waiting for those lows. I think that was the dip, and I kind of missed it there, right? So if you're looking at a while from now, you're actually seeing that little bit of a dip. So it got down to 1,900, right? Dipped down to 1,500. You're seeing those dips, and then you're seeing this large dip from 2,500 down to 2,000. So seeing that dip, that was a point to actually make your move on the way up, in my opinion. Oh, geez. Yes, we got a lot of people in here. Make sure you guys continue to hit that like button. I'm really interested in what's going to happen today. And I see some top movers. Let's see. Let's go here. Let's see what's happening today. That was something that opened pretty low, so I understand that movement. What was it, 73% Friday, 55%, dropped down quite a bit. I see a large jump there. 34% on Friday. So yeah, we're seeing some good movement there with a lot of positions. I mean, I wouldn't say that it's anything to write home about with any of the top gainers. %10 for GME. That's pretty big. 10.5%. That slowly starts to decrease. You see that got up to $171. That's pretty big. That's a pretty big move. $171. Did you mean GME or GMA? Because GMA is not something that I'm familiar with. But yeah, GME is moving to $171. I think it has huge potential to continue to increase. We have about an hour left until the market opens, or 50 minutes if you want to be, 51 minutes if you want to be exact. 50 minutes. So you're probably behind. I think you have a normal latency. So so yeah, I plan on seeing what's going to happen with ZOM, and I don't know what the actual real low is, but I want to find where that low is, invest in it. I can't make any day trades today, so it sucks. But luckily that I'm even able to put money into the market. So yeah, I'm gonna have some money deposited into Robinhood, some money deposited into Webull soon, but it's just taking forever to get in there. Good morning, Slush. How you doing? How's everybody doing today? How many shares of AMC and or GME, and also if you are investing in Doge, how many do you have there as well? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section, anybody that's a member and that's invested in these areas. Let me know how many shares you have, because I have a total of 2,000 shares of AMC, and at a cost base of $9.40 something cents. Need to turn up my audio. I need to turn up my audio? I feel like it's hitting the red. I don't want to. It's just I talk low probably, but I don't want to. I don't want to, make it really, really loud. 1,400 of Doge. That's good. At what cost basis? Is it lower or higher? What did I think of the new Falcon and Winter Soldier? I can't say. I mean, it's relatively new. Some people might have not seen the 5th episode, so I can't give my opinion. People don't like spoilers, but I liked it. I like the whole series. I like all Marvel movies. I was watching Marvel movies this weekend. AMC almost 200. Doge, I have 600. Audio is fine. Good to hear. No shares of GME, one option call on AMC. I'm day trading Doge. That's amazing. How much have you made day trading Doge? You're going up and down from that 43 mark, or the 23 mark to the 40 mark, down to the 23 mark to the 40 mark, or whatever. 85 shares of AMC, 3 shares of GME, and a bunch of cannabis positions. Well, that's good. Have you invested low? Have you been averaging down with the cannabis positions? It's good. That's good to hear, Slush. That's good to hear. Doge, I'm in at at 3 cents. That's really good. I mean, with 600 shares, yeah, it's pretty good. I'm holding for the long haul. You're in at 2 cents with 1,400 shares. That's pretty good as well. Good morning. I got 1,100 AMC at $9.22. 6K in Doge at 5 cents. That is awesome. I would love to be able to get more into Doge. I have 1,000 shares. I would have loved to put just $1,000 into it low and then just let it ride out. And that's what I was looking to do, but I was looking to gradually do that. I wasn't sure how long it was going to take to increase, but I was just going to hold it in there. And the fact that it skyrocketed literally a couple of days after I put money in there was crazy. Yeah, so far 3,000 or 300, sorry. That's good. That's really good. Being able to make money on, swing trading, that's really, really good. Especially a cryptocurrency. 35 AMC, 8 something, or at 8 something. 365 Doge at 27 cents. All right, it's pretty good. It has the potential to continue to increase. I'm looking to, I can raise my cost basis. I would like to raise it to 10 cents, but not anything higher than that. I don't know, I just like seeing that, but then being able to take it at a high and then reinvest it low is definitely good as well, seeing that fall. So from 40 cents down to 23 cents, getting back in at Doge, investing more into the position is not a bad play there. Because at a high of having $500, reinvesting that $500 in lower, you're basically getting more shares. Thank you, the God Martian, for becoming a member. That means a lot. Yes, so far, $300. 17,000 in Doge. Wow, at 8 cents. That's really good. Continue to grow that thing. Continue to let it, sit there and, make you some money, because, this is going to make a lot of people like millionaires if it does end up panning out the way that a lot of people hope that it will pan out. Like, for me, it doesn't hurt to invest, say like $1,000 into something that has the potential to make, $1 million. For something long-term that can make $1 million and I lose $1,000, I risk $1,000 to make $1 million, I'm all for it. That's a low percentage, low risk percentage long-term. If it's something that you can't afford to do, then don't do it and put in lower amounts, basically saying you're risking $25 to make, $10,000. Then you'll see the difference there. 10K Doge at 8 cents. I haven't touched the cannabis. It's more of a long-term play. I've been swing trading GME and AMC short-term. That's great to hear. It's great to be able to stick to something and hold it long-term. Are you at least invested a little bit lower? Not really on that high side, because obviously if you're invested in Tilray at like $77, that's something that it's going to take a while to get back to that point. You guys make me feel poor. No, I mean, they're investing in Doge at lower amounts, so they're able to buy a lot of shares. There's a bunch of people that I see around me that's like, I'm like, oh, you invested in AMC? They're like, yeah, I got 10,000 shares or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I got a measly 1,000, only 10% what you have, and they make me feel like I don't have enough into certain positions. And some people are like, oh, I have like 3 Bitcoin or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay. All right, fine. And they tell me like, oh, they invested in at a low point and now they have this. And I'm like, Jesus. But yeah, it makes me feel a certain way as well. Douglas, thank you for becoming a member. That means a lot. Yeah, so we have 867 people in here, guys. Continue to hit that like button. If you haven't hit the like button, it does help out a lot. So please do that. Can you explain how capital gains tax works after selling shares of AMC after the squeeze? Do we pay the capital gains tax after we sell, or pulling the winnings out of our brokerage account after you sell? So if you have a position in AMC, let's say you gain $100,000 worth of a gain. Your initial investment was $1,000. You're going to be taxed on the $100,000 that you gained. The initial $1,000 is not going to be taxed, right? Not going to be taxable. That was already pre-tax money that you put in there, so it doesn't make sense if they taxed it. So the $100,000 you'll get taxed on. If it's a short-term gain, then depending on what your bracket is, you will actually, I think a max is like 37% capital gains tax for a short term. Longer term, I can't remember, is like 17, I think. But either way, what I like to do, just to create the thought or understanding of, putting away the tax money, is you're going to be taxed on it, but you're going to be taxed at the end of the year. It's not going to be something where you're paying the tax right away. I think you have the ability to do that, but you pay the tax at the end of the year. After you go through, you do your tax return and everything like that. You're going to get a statement from Fidelity or whatever the bank, the brokerage account is, and they're going to tell you what your gains were, all that stuff, and you'll be able to explain what that is. You'll have all of the paperwork behind it, and then you'll basically pay, what I like to put is 50% aside, right? You're not going to pay 50%, but I like to put 50% aside just to pay those taxes. So the max that you'll really pay ever is that 50%. But then whenever you pay the 37% or whatever ends up being 40% or so, you'll be able to take the rest out as a bonus and say, oh, well, you know what? I oversaved on taxes. So if you gain $100,000, just save $50,000 to pay your taxes. But then whatever comes back as a bonus, you keep and you put it back in the stock market or wherever you want. Good morning, brother. GME went up to $174, 12%. Do you think it can keep growing? Yeah, I mean, it's showing a lot of strength, up to $173, $174. It's definitely showing a lot of strength. Just definitely be aware of what could happen in the beginning of the day, because typically with a lot of these positions, more or less AMC than anything else, with a lot of these positions, you'll see a decrease right from the start. So if you want to end up making a move and making whatever move you think is right, then definitely do so. I think it can, but just wait, because it could be at the with 30 minutes left or 20 minutes left, you might see that decrease and fall back down to where these lows are, because this looks a little bit oversold or overbought. So you might see this end up falling back down. So yeah. Do you take your combined losses and wins when taxing you? If so, I have 5 losses and 10K in wins totaling 20K. Are you taking the balance of the 10K? It all depends, because different things are taxed at different rates. So if you have a long-term capital gains tax, it will be separate from what your short-term capital gains tax will be. So it's not going to be just like a combined type of thing. And also, if you have wash sales are treated differently. So if you have a, let's say you have a 10K loss in a position and you decide to average down or so, well, now you just basically said, I don't want to take that loss. So they'll treat it as a wash sale, which means that you can't really write off that loss there. But so what you could typically do is write off the losses, and then if you do have any gains, would be a different story. So it's totaled separately. But yes, ultimately it's the ultimate amount that you gain in certain sections. But it starts to get complicated when you do like too many trades, start having wash sales in there. Long term and short term you have separate. Like it starts to get very, very complicated. And then eventually you'll need some sort of a tax expert. However, you can easily do all of this with like an H&R Block or something. They'll walk you through it as you do get your statement. So you'll go in there and you'll see what your statement actually is. And it'll give you all of the boxes to fill in, and then they'll basically say what you have to pay in taxes instead of doing the taxes physically yourself. Does that make sense? So they'll walk you through it. And as you go through all of the steps. That's what's good about these tax services. Instead of having to go through and do the math yourself, now they're offering like all of these statements, all of this information that you can get in order to get the right amount that you would pay in taxes, and also find a way for you to limit the amount. So you see that GME is starting to come back a little bit now. So just like I said, it was being overbought and it's starting to pull back a little bit. You might see that level out there. DT, thank you for the super chat. That means a lot. It does mean a lot. I like how you just send super chats and you don't ask any questions. I feel like you should become a member. I mean, spending that much money and just send a super chat, I mean, it's great. I appreciate it. But I always like the engagement, a lot more. That's basically showing appreciation, and I love people that show appreciation, so thank you. But yeah, Nick Roaring Kitty exercises his GME options on Friday. He still likes the stock. It will push 200 again. I actually own a branch of a tax service. Robinhood and other brokers are pretty good breaking down transactions. Just keep tracking those cost bases. Yes, I would agree with you. But like I said, a lot of those tax services, online tax services, make it easier and easier. The only thing is the free versions do not make it easy. The paid versions, like for me, I paid $100 for my tax service, right? It's not expensive, but if you actually went to an accountant to do all of that, it would cost you a lot more money. But I paid, I think it was over $100 for that. And you get basically all the bells and whistles for anybody that owns a business that has, money that they gain from the stock market. Jesus. Thank you, Vernon, for becoming a member. It means a lot. Or just simply, I live in Washington State, no capital gains tax. Just simply live there, yeah. If anybody has a choice, just go and live there while you're trading, and then while you're not trading, don't live there. If your office is there, then it makes sense. It's funny. Yeah, so we're seeing, let's see, we have a little over 30 minutes, 34 minutes at the moment. It might be 33 when you look at it. But a little over 30 minutes until the market opens. Thank you for the 8 people that became a member. Yeah, I believe I'll open it up with like 20 minutes left. It is starting to really fall back down to 170, 171, 170. Happy to be a member. I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate that more than anyone knows, It's always great to be able to have that engagement and to know that I can continue to do the members only chats, and people will be engaged in the conversation. I can answer all of the questions that come through, or try my best to answer all of the questions that come through. That's what matters. I mean, I'm all for it. What is Doge doing right now? This is something that people want to know. It's still at 39 cents. The point that I'm making is, should I actually make a move to where I see this decreasing a little bit down to 23 cents or so? Or do you see this increasing above 50 cents at the moment? I can see it going above 50 cents, but can we see it fall back down? It's definitely a possibility. Getting up to 43 cents is huge. Finding a way to take that profit and then putting it in lower is even bigger. And basically day trading that on the way up, it's some big moves, It brings your wash sale. Let me go ahead and play an ad. I haven't played an ad in a while. We got 880 people in here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. We should be at 800 likes. If you guys are interested in the content, or if either of you like it or you dislike it, show some engagement. That was difficult. Show some engagement there, and either like it or dislike it. I'm all for either or. And if you're not sure, I wish there was a not sure button, just to show some engagement, because everybody should be engaged in a way. Doge will crash back eventually. It's a pump and dump, and BTC is struggling. Doge is sketchy to watch. Watch it like a hawk. Yeah, I don't know about that. I definitely can see the thing about it is it's definitely different than what Bitcoin is, or Ethereum, right? It's definitely a different look at it, but it could be pushed by word of mouth, pushed by businesses, pushed by a lot of different things that can actually increase this quite a bit. So you can say, yes, it will crash, and everything, ends up making a move down, and everything ends up decreasing. But you can see a lot of potential in different things, even though they look different than the norm. Just because it doesn't follow the same rules as Bitcoin by having a cap doesn't mean that it can't increase. The fact that Ethereum offers 18 million new shares or new coins, let's call it that, every year is something different than what Bitcoin is, but it has another form of succeeding, as well as Dogecoin, probably having no cap for the lifetime. Same thing as like the US dollar really having no real cap to it. I would say it has the ability to succeed. It's just, it has to be continued to push. Like if it doesn't have that push, doesn't have people buying into it, it doesn't succeed, but people are continuously buying into it. The word of mouth is going a long way. Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, I forget at the moment, they might change Washington capital gains tax next year. According to the websites, they're planning to try to add capital gains tax. Of course they are. Oh, Brad, I see that you left the Discord group. You can stay in the Discord group. You don't have to leave. I know you paid your $5 in the beginning. So if you want me to re-invite you, let me know. I can definitely do that, because it comes up every time I press invite. I'm like, I guess I didn't make that like clear that it was a $5 initial investment to stay in the Discord group. So if you want to be in the Discord group, you can. That being said, good opportunity for Doge, but be careful, people. Exactly. That's why I'll invest a lower amount of money while, basically having that potential to gain a lot. As soon as I bought Doge at 35 cents, it went down to 27 cents. I told you everything I buy tanks. No, I just think you get caught buying high and selling low, which does end up being a problem. Seriously, it ends up being a problem, because you see the stock go up, and then you're like, all right, well, you know what? I'll buy into it, because eventually, it's going to continue to go up. But what you're doing is you're buying, more at the second, or let's say if you have 100% and you're looking to buy at 0, you're seeing it at 25%, and you're like, you know what? I'm not going to touch it because it's going to go down. And then you see it at 50%, and you're like, all right, well, it's still going up. And you're like, well, I won't touch it because it's going down. Then you get to 75%, and that's probably where you buy, somewhere in between 50 and 75. And then it ends up going down a little bit. And that's exactly what it looks like. Because let's say you bought at 35 cents and went down to 27. The low was the $12 mark, or low was $20 or 20 cents. Sorry, and then got up to 40, 47 cents at a high. So then you invested at 37. That's more on the upper half, the more than halfway point. And then it went down to 27, which was more of the like 50%. So you get stuck buying higher and selling lower, which is definitely a problem that I have sometimes. So at that point, you have to find a way to figure out what the low is, buy at that low or low-ish point, and then sell at a higher point. So if you find a way to, let's say you're at 35 and it goes up to 42, sell at 42, wait for it to go to 23, and then, or wherever you feel the low is going to be, and then get in that on that point, and then you'll see that change. So it's definitely a process to change that over. I struggle with that sometimes. I'll invest, you know, at, let's say, like I said, with that 100 or 0 to 100, I'll invest somewhere at 23, it'll go down to 0, and now I'm stuck, you know, in between that 0 and, you know, 23 mark, trying to average down back down to 0 while it pushes up over my cost basis, get past break even, finding the floor, buying back in at low, and then selling when it does skyrocket. So a little bit tricky of an analogy there. Thank you for the super sticker. How's it going? It's going pretty good. I have no complaints. It's a good Monday, right? GME is up 11%, cost is up 3.5%, AMC is up 1.5%. We're seeing a little bit of movement here, so I'm all for it. Dogecoin supports 40 transactions per second. Come back, Brad. We miss you. Doge will hit $2. I hope you're right. I mean, I'm looking for the long haul, really. With that position, we have 800 people in here, guys. Continue to hit that like button. So what are you buying today? Who's not? At who's not? Just so I can avoid it. That's funny. That's funny, Nathan. That's hilarious. Let's all find what who's not is buying, so then we can we can avoid that and go to the opposite position. Any news on the DTCC rules or dead? I haven't seen any news really on it, and the only thing that I can say with, like, if we're looking to force a count back to the 500 share dilution, I think that's the easiest way to force a company, like, you know, the count in their stock to understand how many actual shares are out there, how many shorted shares are out there, naked shares are out there. Like, I think that's the best way to do it, and it's going to show a lot. While you do see any dilution with anything that they offer in 2022, I think that's the best way to find a share count. But I don't see any news on the on that as of now. Doge fighting at 40 cents. Yeah, it seems like, oh yeah, it is. It seems like right now a lot of people are more focused on cryptocurrency than anything else because the stock market is not moving in the right direction, right? A lot of movement is down. A lot of people are selling, short selling. It's just a lot of negativity that's going into the stock market right now. Even though people want the hype around AMC and are going to continue to hold AMC, you know, I think it sucks that the hype is shifting, because I do like the fact that people are focusing on Dogecoin, but I do also like, you know, seeing that growth with AMC and GME. Doge will rocket when Elon tweets again. Yeah, it seems that way. Every time Elon tweets, he pushes a position. Jeez. Yeah, so let's see what's going on here. Cost at 5%. I want to see them push that 20. You can't short crypto, right? No, I don't think. I don't believe so. You can short crypto stocks. I wouldn't short it because it could definitely run. And showing the limited amount of movement that it could have, it's definitely risky. Ugh. Feels stuffy. Speaking of stuffies, that's what my daughter calls her stuffed animals. Calls them stuffies. One day I was putting her to sleep. She was like, "I don't have my stuffy." I was like, "What are you talking about?" It's my stuffy. I'm like, "All right, I'll get your stuffy." You can short cryptocurrency as well as do options. Where? It's good to know. I mean, I'm interested in it. Where and how? Is it certain cryptocurrencies? Or is it certain platforms that you could do it with? Not for me to short kind of tired of the market. You know, it feels like I've got more control and not worrying about hedges. Yeah, I mean, it. I don't like. Wait, sorry. I'll post a picture in the Discord. Okay, yeah. If anyone needs some DZ sources, I got a lot of business degrees, research and stuff. Sorry, give me a second. Wait, sorry. Is this a picture of a shorting crypto? All I see is a lot of long calls. Liquidation. Buy options on crypto. Yeah, I haven't seen this. So if you can, show this to everybody, that would be good. My song calls them stuffies too. Okay, that's good to know. I thought it was a weird thing that she was just like, oh, it's a stuffy. Maybe she learned it from her friends, at daycare. But the thing is she hasn't gone to daycare in like a week, 10 days to be exact. Yeah, if you could inform everybody on the Discord how to do a lot of that. So it looks like I believe these contracts liquidation to some whales this weekend. Makes it hard for suits to borrow. That's one way to put it. Like the first thing I read is like if you're trying to break things down, if you're talking about the DTCC rules, the first thing I read, it makes it harder to borrow shit. like like language is like perfect. I don't know. Like I feel like the dictionary should break things down that way. Like just curse out of nowhere so that you just throw someone off guard. It'll be hilarious. Um, I don't know what to call it. Maybe that's a good book, a good dictionary if you wanted to break words down, but in like a funny way. You know, I think that'll be a good play on the actual dictionary. Kraken lets you trade options. It's a great risk, but the return is worth it. Interesting. Your Doge equity is 420 on 420. Yeah, you think it's gonna be 420 on 420? That's funny. I did not notice that. That's funny. Let's check this out. See if they have any update to their short interest. 18.29%. There's 722 people in here. We got about 15 minutes until the market opens. GME still around 10.5%. Cost is still around that 4% mark. Need to see them make their moves. I think ZOM actually increased a little bit to 82 cents. Yay. I can't make any day trades, so I really don't want to buy into something that I feel might decrease some more today. But ZOM is up to 82 cents, almost to 83. That's good to know. eBet is down 7%. That's pretty bad there. I might end up making a move there. I'm not 100% sure, but I did talk about DraftKings recently. I might make a move there. Coinbase is down 2%, down to $329. I'll probably make a move in Fidelity. I should do that. Unless Fidelity already moved my money. Let's see. Did they already move the money? I don't know. No, they did not. Supposed to move on the 22nd. Yeah, the GME, that sucks. Would like to buy more of it though. Like I said, I would like to see that decrease quite a bit so that I can actually buy more of it and move on the way up. Pending activity of $4,873. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Mine goes to daycare 3 days a week. Some of the stuff he has come home doing is weird. Like he started showing us his chewed up food to prove he's eating. Yeah, my daughter does that too. My daughter does that too. I'm like, are you eating right now? And she'll show me what's in her mouth. I'm like, you don't need to show me. Just tell me that you're eating. So I guess that's the daycare thing. But yeah, we're really not seeing a lot of positive movements here. SOS is still down 4%, down to $4.15. I'm holding at $4.80, I believe, 84 cents. Might look to increase the amount that I have there, seeing the potential there. But I'm not going to buy like another 100 shares. Maybe I should, because I already have 1,000 shares of SOS. But I'm holding at an average of $4.84. And I thought that was the lowest point it was going to get to, but I was wrong. Sometimes you're wrong, but it does have that potential to easily go up to $8. So looking to find it to go up to only $6.50 for me. That's about $1,000 gain. If it continues to grow, then I'll hold on to it. But if I get stopped out on the way back down, I'm fine with that. But I'm looking for that high point, and if I find a high point in the day and it gets to an $800 gain, I'm going to accept that gain, decrease. The price is going to decrease, and then I'm going to get back into it as it does get low, because it does have that potential to increase to $8, like I said. So if it goes low again, I'll buy back in low. You know, that's the way you need to do it. So is anybody making some moves today? Do you have any plans on what you're buying into today? Are you buying more AMC, more GME? Are you buying into maybe Mavis, MVIS, ZOM, where it is? Are you buying in low there? Do you have a selling plan? What's everybody's plan today? Let me know what you want to do. It's always great to have a plan going into the day. For me, I can tell you that a lot of positions are very far away from where they should be, but none of them are really showing the potential to increase a drastic amount today. AMC looks like it's going to make some sort of a move up, but like I said from the beginning, it could pull back down. So it's not really showing the true potential for everything there, because a lot of things are down quite a bit. And we're waiting for those bullish weeks, and we're hoping that this week is one of those weeks. Could possibly be, but yeah, we'll see. Do you think SOS will pop by the end of the week? Yes. It depends what your definition of pop is. Do you mean to $8? It's really tough to say, to understand exactly where the week will go. So I thought it would pop way before this. However, it's not showing. It depends what the volume actually is. The volume looks okay. It's decent, but it is, it did gap down quite a bit. So showing that little bit of an increase from the gap down is not bad. But a gap down in general is not good. So my expectations are really to push up to that 550 mark. We could see it probably make a decent move if we have a really big bullish day, but it just all depends. It's too early to say what the week will hold, but it could be a good day. I'll let you know by the end of the day where I think it's going to go. AMC, Microvision, and Fubo TV are my buys today. Yeah, I'm in Fubo TV. It's a little lower than where I would like it to be, but I think I only have 100 shares. Yeah, I only have 100 shares. I was looking for that to go to 25, so I can gain about $500 from it, or so, $400. It does have the potential to go to 30 easily, but with the not down market. But when I say down market, I mean down market from my overall watch list. When I say like, I guess it can mean two things. It can mean down market overall. It could also mean down market for my overall watch list. But you'll see if I say down market based on a lot of the movement, if a lot of it is red, then I mean that my market is down. My watch list is down. So based on the way that it was moving, I see Fubo TV making that move back up to 25. It's just going to take its time to get there. Crypto today. That's good. I would like to get into crypto as well, but my money's still clearing over in Robinhood. So I was thinking about, if it hits a certain point, might make a move out of Doge just to wait for it to decrease and then buy back in with more shares at a lower point. So basically my wash sale cost basis will be either 5 cents. Yeah, my wash sale will be 5 cents. The current cost basis though will probably be somewhere around the 23-cent mark. If I sell at 40 cents, buy back in at 23, then that'll be the case. I need SOS to hit $6.10 to break even. Oh, I have very high expectations. Are you to break even or to make a lot of money from it? I'm watching the scalp Doge. Yeah, I'm thinking to do the same thing. But I want to see that increase, and I know the potential there, but I don't want to be stuck in the FOMO situation that I was stuck in really for, AMC. Even though I'm still in AMC, it's just like I'm stuck in a FOMO situation because I could have gained easily 30 to 35K from it over the last month or so with my typical trading, but I didn't end up doing that. So if AMC dips, then I might pick up some more. I grab 100 shares of GME at 130, and I'm still holding almost 2K shares of AMC. That is great to hear, Brad. That is great to hear. I would love to grab some GME at like that $100 point. I need SOS to hit 610. Yes. You can buy Doge on Webull now. I have seen, the problem is that I don't want to, let me see what you can do. I think they were still testing it, right? You can buy it right now if you wanted to. The problem that I have with it is the fact that I don't want to buy my, see the thing is it's different. I want to have crypto over in a different area. I want to have long-term investing in a different area, but then I also want to swing trade and day trade different positions. So if I could swing trade and day trade crypto, that would be good as well. However, I don't have any day trades left, so it doesn't make sense for me to even do anything right now. I noticed Doge on Webull this morning too. Guess the beta is over. That's good to hear. It's good to hear. It's good news because then it creates more, of a push for Doge, right? We got 500 likes in here, guys. Thank you so much for getting me to that point. If you guys want to join as a member, anybody that's watching that wants to join as a member, please do so. It's only 99 cents, and it's a great group of people here. Love seeing the interaction, love seeing the actual questions come through and not Ted Cruz killed JFK. Webull still won't let me buy Doge. Maybe it's certain people. Or did you update the software if you have it on your computer? Maybe that's the case. But I can buy it if I want. Bro, Doge shoots up too quick. I tried to scalp it, and I regret every coin I've ever sold. I mean, it's showing that it shoots up very quick. We will still not showing it for me. Yeah, that's horrible. Maybe it's just it takes its time to update for certain people. Bell and 3, have a good day. Thank you for reminding me because I wasn't looking at it. Sometimes I get stuck in the comments and I don't look at what's going on. So Coinbase down 2.6%, AMC up 1.3%, GME up 10.7%. Cost is actually, I don't know why I just made that move. It was up 5.5%. Now it's up 4.5%. We're seeing that move there. Rocket's up 0.14%. SOS is down 5%. Mavis is down 2%. Let's see. eBet is down 7%. Looking for that to make a move on the way up. It's looking like it's hitting its low. It bounces at 22, so know that it does have a strength somewhere around that $22, $23 mark. So yeah, you can definitely be strong at that point. So I'm not sure if I should buy into EBT or EBET, or I should get into other positions. Looks like ZOM made a little bit of a move up. You see this move here, that's definitely good at 83 cents, but it's still 83 cents. So we feeling AMC today. If it goes down, I mean, it's definitely a buy. If it decreases, or if it increases, then it's something where we're looking at as a positive, right? Warner Matt, I've been MIA for a couple of weeks. Where do I join the membership? Love the members only chat. So right next to the subscribe button, you should be able to do it. If you're watching on an iPhone, I think you have to do it on the computer, or you go to my channel. Like, you physically click on my name and go to my channel. I think you could join there, but I think you have to do it physically on a computer if it's an iPhone. If you're on a regular phone, you might have to hide the chat in order to find the join button, but it should be right next to the subscribe button. And I appreciate that people are loving the members only chat, because it creates, in my opinion, it creates something really different than having an open chat there. Sorry, I'm getting distracted because it's 9:30. And now we're seeing cost make a little bit of a move here at 5.5%, up to $20. That's good. GME is making that move there. Coinbase also making a move down. Let's see what it looks like. GME is starting to make that move down. Let's go into the day. You can see they're making that move down. They're fighting though. They're fighting with a lot of positivity. Definitely fighting. We're seeing the same thing with cost. We're seeing that move down. AMC, seeing move down as well. It's still up, but it's seeing a move down. Fubo TV's down 2.7%. My child is running around. Ride is down 10%. 10%, that's huge. That's a huge drop. I have 200 shares of Ride, and it's down 10%. Ride showed a lot of strength around 1280, and with the down market, it's struggling to get back to 12. Mars a good swing. I would agree with you there. It looks like GME is really taking a little bit of a hit down to 168. AMC is actually increasing here to 950, 958. Let's see if we can make some moves there. Let's make some good moves. Let's go AMC. Let's go. Let's go. It's more of a personal experience with members chat. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're buying into a little bit more. Even like when you send a super chat that's $5, it's great. You can get it read, but I feel like something, creating a members only chat for $1 makes you, have that ability to get your questions answered, easily, and always feel like you're being heard. $9.63, $9.66 is of the high. Looking like it's pulling very far away from the 15 moving average, being overbought at the moment. I'm seeing a little bit of a green or a red candlestick right now. Cost is actually making a little bit of a move up 5%. I don't know what this is all about, but it's stair-stepping down with green candlesticks. How does that make sense? Makes no sense whatsoever. It means that it's gapping every time. So you're going from here to here, and then you gap up or gap down, going from here to here, then you gap down, you're going from here. That makes no sense. Cost was already up, but it's showing that it's gapping down with positive candlesticks. Never seen that. Now you're seeing cost take a little bit of a hit. You're seeing AMC take a little bit of a hit, starting to make that move on the way back up. But you're seeing a lot of stocks decrease quite a bit. You know, ZOM is down to 83 cents. I would like to find that low so I can buy in and find that increase. As Matt would say, buy, buy, buy. I'm not going to end my streams that way. It's not going to happen. Let's see. So AMC is standing pretty steady. You can see GME is making its move down again. Not really the best day to start, but remember, we could see that V-shaped recovery, so never give up on what they're actually doing. You could see that V-shaped recovery. Could. That's the key word. You know what's crazy? I never really checked to see if I had a meeting this morning, which does suck. I probably did have a meeting, didn't I? Shoot. I wanted to do that, but I got stuck in Jesus. The way things are moving down, it just like, I don't know. I mean, you could see like things that are moving up, but being down so far in the pre-market or after hours market, it still makes it red. Do you know what I mean? Even though it's moving up from where it opened. So we got 546 people in here, guys. Make sure you continue to hit that like button. Continue to do as much as possible to support. Costs it's still plus, 3%, but you see that decrease from the 15 moving average. It's looking like it's getting close to being oversold, but it's not oversold at the moment. For GME, you're seeing that getting close to being oversold multiple times, and now starting to increase a little bit back up to 168. That's not bad. From a high of 172, that's not bad where it's at. However, AMC is still positive, up 1%, 1.3%, but it's starting to fall back down. I thought we would see maybe just a little bit of a stair step on the way up, but we're not seeing that as of now. I don't know why I'm so tired. I had a good amount of sleep. I think it was the nighttime medicine that I took. That's probably it. Fubo TV is making a little bit of a move on the way up, but now starting to fall back down. SOS definitely making more of a move up from that 115 mark or so. That's not bad. Overall, though, it is down. We might see a little bit of a level off, or we might see that fall back down. It's looking like it's being overbought from the RSI. If you're looking at the RSI, it looks like it's overbought. Let's see. It looks like ZOM is actually making quite the move up. Doge struggling to get to 40. Is it now? Tilray is making a little bit of a move. We might see a bump before 420. Roblox is also 2%. 2% up. That's not bad. Like I said, it's really hovering around that between 60 and 80. So know that when it gets to 80, it's probably going to have that little bit of a pullback. SNDL seeing a little bit of a bump as well. Some people said that SNDL might be a good move, and especially before 420. It's looking like a huge move right now. Look at this. Pushing up from 82 cents up to 91 cents right now. Starting to pull back though. It's being overbought. Look at that RSI. But you might see it continue to move. It looks like it has a lot of buying strength. See, this is more of the, like, if you think about it, a lot of these positions, people say, oh, it might get a bump tomorrow because of 420, but it might get a bump today because you're basically buying the rumor and selling the news. The rumor is that 420 is coming up and that we'll see a bump tomorrow. People are going to sell off probably tomorrow. So I think that might be a good play for today to see a pretty large bump, 10%, 50%, whatever the actual percentage is. But I would have bought into it, and I knew I would have liked to buy into it. The problem is that I don't have any day trades left, and I would have wanted to day trade this, not swing trade it, because I feel like over the after hours market, that's where it will end up selling off, rather than, you know, it just increasing today. You see all of this positivity for SNDL. It's being overbought like crazy. That's all the way up to 90 or 90 plus on the RSI. Once it starts recovering with red candlesticks, then you see it start to fall back down. And once it gets below this mark of 70 on the RSI, it's going to continue to rise back up. It's pulling very far away from the 15 moving average. We can see GME is back up to $171. That's good. You're seeing a V-shaped recovery there. Cost, you're seeing a little bit of a V-shaped recovery. The movement with cost is very spotty. I don't understand what's going on there. But the movement is spotty there. Let's see. Fubo TV is now starting to make a huge move up as well. So people that wanted to make that move into Fubo, there you go. We need that to get above 20. I know that can push to 25 easily. But yeah, we got 500 people in here, guys. Make sure you continue to hit that like button if you're new here. If you're not new here, you know, still make sure you hit that like button. Also, if you want to become a member, the member button's right there next to the subscribe button. I do members only chats every morning, sometimes in the afternoon, sometimes on the weekends. It just really depends when I feel like, you know, talking about stocks. Or, you know, Doge or whatever. Let's see what Doge is actually doing. I could do it here. Right now it's at $38 or $39 or so. Would like to see that above that 40 mark, but you know, my total equity is $408, up $336 on a $71 investment. Would like to you know, continue to see that grow, and then, you know, probably sell, get back in lower, basically taking all the money and growing it as the position goes up. I'm going to keep throwing it all back into Doge as it goes higher, and then it ends up falling lower. I'll buy back in, and if it does, you know, skyrocket, I'll you know, buy back, or I'll sell when it does skyrocket, buy back in lower, continue to do that, continue to grow that, maybe without investing too much more money. Too much more? Let's see, what's GME took a little bit of a dive back down to 168. You're seeing that kind of level, really. Fubo TV leveled out at the $18.80 mark. It was down to $18.08. SOS made a move up to 428. Now starting to fall back down to the 15 moving average. Looking for a little bit of a push, continue to see that grow. Hopefully we can end at a positive day. Look at ZOM. Look at ZOM. 12% up right now. So I think ZOM is making a really, really good move, and that was the low of 80 something cents. It looks like it's finding a hard support at 80 cents. So if it does come back down, know that 80 cents will probably be close to the low. Now, I wanted to buy more with the thought of it getting to this low and then selling in another day, getting back up to 130 or so, or 150. Still seeing the potential to go to $2. It's just I would like to continue to lower that cost basis so I can grow the amount that I have there. So whenever that shows a form of coming back to 90 cents, that's when I'll buy in more. I have about $3,000 that I could have put in there, but I wanted to see where the low actually was to have that increase over the after hours market and then basically have a gain there. But right now you're seeing some massive growth with ZOM, 14%, almost 15% up. So for people that are happy with ZOM, I'm definitely happy with the movement here. It's looking pretty strong. Even, you know, showing the strength as it was being overbought. Decreased down below the RSI and then ended up increasing some more. So we're seeing that fall back a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't come all the way back to the 15 moving average. If it does, I may end up making a move to hold a position in there to see that eventually increase. Let's see. AMC still hovering around 2%. GME still hovering around that 9% mark. It did, you know, kind of stair step. Is it stair stepping down or is it leveling out at this point? We're not seeing where the strength is here. Maybe that low point of 166. Costs around 4%. Let's see. Zoom is actually up 2%. That's pretty good. DraftKings making a little bit of a move. I said in a video that I posted earlier this morning, you know what? I'm not going to go through that because it's a different play. But we'll see how that plays out as we get into different areas. CCIV is making a little bit of a move. I thought it had strength around $20, and it does show that it has strength around $20. That might not be a bad play for something that can move up to that, you know, $25, $30 range. Yeah, $25, $30. It definitely has some sort of strength, especially with all of this increasing here, showing strength in a lot of these areas. What's going on with my mouse? I think my mouse is dying. I'm always on my computer, that's why. We have 15 minutes left in the market. Well, not in the market, but in this stream. It looks like GME is decreasing a little bit. I forgot to ask you if you were pleased with the first round knockout. Absolutely not. It was rigged. There's no way a person, Ben Askren, a person that has, you know, gotten beat up hard, like I mean hit hard. The only time I've ever seen him get knocked out like really hard was the knee to the head, and that would knock out anybody. So this was all rigged for that Ben Askren can get more fame there. Also gain money out of the deal. He was completely happy, completely fine when he got up, and the ref called it off. It was rigged there, but it wasn't about the ref. It was about his acting skills. I could tell with the punch, it was more of a WWE flop than anything. And then when he got up, the movement wasn't typical to someone who actually was feeling a little bit dizzy. He had a little bit of acting to show that he wasn't like, it was a first round knockout. He wasn't looking to actually get into a fight there. I feel like he could definitely beat Jake Paul. Not a fan of what happened there. I wanted to do a reaction video on it. I still might do it because it makes no sense whatsoever, breaking down all the body language that I see, because that was just ridiculous. I didn't watch it. I didn't pay for it. There was a bunch of people that paid for it. There were a bunch of people that didn't pay for it. But all I seen was just the knockout. That was the weakest fight I've ever seen in my life. Let me see. What's Zom doing? Starting to come back to the 200 moving average. Starting to really fall back to the 200 moving average. Is it showing any strength there, or are we just going to see that increase and then we're going to see it fall off the rest of the day? That's what I want to look forward to. It was a horrible waste of time. Yeah. My friend calls him Ben Asshole. That's funny. I mean, it was all for clout and money, really. He's happy that he gained what, $1 million just by losing a fight. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Now Jake Paul has credibility and he can go into somebody else who can't fight. There are a bunch of people out there that are willing to challenge him that I know that are great fighters, whether it's a person on TikTok or an actual fighter. But he's going to find these contracts to where he can pay somebody to say, or to lose a fight, and he said it himself back in the day that it was rigged. It's all rigged. Yeah. Debacle fights. That's funny. I never pay for fights. I just stream them from YouTube. Yeah, I watch them on YouTube. I would just watch the highlights, really, especially if it's something like that. Like if it's something like Mike Tyson, in Mike Tyson in his heyday, then that's a different story. Or something big to where I know there's going to be knockouts. Yes. You know what's interesting? That wide body candlestick is getting to me. That hammer candlestick is showing an indication of an uptrend, so I want to see if that's going to continue. Because I'm about to buy 3,000 more shares of ZOM, and then probably sell those 3,000 shares tomorrow as long as it does increase. That's what I'm skeptical of, because I can't do a day trade and trade it today. However, you are seeing that pull back down. See, what you could see is a lot of times you can see the buying strength there, and then you want to see a large body candlestick there, but the fact that we're not seeing that is not the best. So it might end up still pulling back down. That might be a false bottom. So I was ready to buy 3,000 shares, but it doesn't look right. It doesn't look like the right time. Waiting for that turn. Okay. Anyways, let me open this up. Where's the volume on ZOM though? Right now, 25 million. The average volume looks pretty good. With all of this run up, the average volume looks really good. I'll take the knockout for $1 million too any day. Like, God, Jake Paul and yeah, I'm right there with you. The average volume on ZOM actually looks pretty good. Makes me think that this is going to run, but I have no day trades left. That's what I'm a little skeptical about, because if it does end up decreasing through the rest of the day, it's still within the first 30 minutes. So if it does end up decreasing through the rest of the day, am I sitting in a good spot where it's at 9? If I buy it at 90 cents, is that a good spot? That's going to bring it down. My cost base is down basically half. Split it in half, and yeah, ends up being a little bit tricky there. Clove is squeezable. No squeeze possible. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into the actual short interest numbers and all of that stuff, so I have to take some time to look into that. I did see the position, and I think it was showing some positivity, but Like I said, I haven't looked into all of the numbers there. So we got about 7 minutes till the stream ends. And I have to get to work. Up 17%. I haven't looked at it this morning. I should probably look at it now. I was trying to keep an eye on ZOM to see when I can buy my 3,000 shares if I can. Just to lower that cost basis and see a little bit of a kick today. You ready for season 3 of COD? Kind of. I'm kind of ready. Let me see, where's my outlook? Yeah, so right now, ZOM at 90 cents. That's not bad. SNDL is moving. Yeah, it was moving a lot. I don't know where it is now. Let me. I had it on my list somewhere. One of the positive ones. Yeah, 15%. So SNDL is really moving, and it's more, like I said, it's more of that buy the rumor, sell the news type of thing. The news is 420. The rumor is that it's going to run up, right? So the run up is beforehand. So that's definitely a great move there. You could see the movement there. It leveled out. It came back to the 15 moving average. And then you're seeing that move. Like, this is all overbought, but it's going to continue to be overbought. It's going to continue to rise. You know, a lot of people are looking to buy into this position. The thing is that you might start seeing a high point. Looking like it's starting to level off, and the growth is starting to slow down. Average volume 400 or basically 500 million, and right now it's at 73 million in the first 30 minutes. So you're seeing some pretty good volume there. I still want to see some things with cost that I'm not seeing there. Ride is down 8%. I'm seeing a little bit of a move there, but it's down quite a bit. Definitely moving, looking for that month of a gain. The problem is it's already been 3 weeks from when I initially invested. When you should finally open up your PS5. Yeah, it's here. I have it out of the box. I just haven't plugged it in. The problem is I only have 2 slots in the TV which is weird. Typically you see a lot more HDMI slots, but I have to connect it to my Elgato and we can go from there. But it looks like Ride's starting to make a little bit of a move up. From $8.90, you could see that push up to $9.25. So down 7%, but you could still see that increase. What's ZOM doing? ZOM. Did I miss my? I didn't miss my point. Okay, it's still at 90 cents. It's looking like it's holding strong at 90 cents. It rose up to 97 cents. So seeing that move was pretty big. Again, I don't have any day trades left, so I can't, like, it has to be a strategic move here. SOS down to $4.20. I want to see that rise. Obviously, it went up to a high of $4.34, which is not bad. Not bad at all. No, Carl. ZOM is starting to decrease a little bit more, down to 88 cents. This is why I said this could have been a false breakout. You could see the level that it was going. Like it was definitely a false breakout. Who dat? Yep. Just switch get an HDMI switch. I really do need to upgrade. I need I wanted to get a different mic. I'm gonna get a shotgun mic that probably hangs so that I don't have to put this on all the time. It bothers me a lot. Carl, get down. No, you can't have the milk. You got milk up here, and he wants it. Yeah, so SNDL, $4.18, $4.19. Zomedica still at 80. I'm still going to look at this and see where it's going to get to at its low. It's looking like a lot of things are actually making a little bit of a recovery at times. So hopefully it's a green day. AMC looks like it's going to be a green day, but it's kind of flat. Can we see it above $10? Quite possible. But if we start seeing things start to tank, then it might be a different story. GME still up 8%, did decrease from the open. Costs decreased from the open as well, a little spotty at times. Rocket less than 0.5%. Fubo TV made a little bit of a move up after decreasing quite a bit. SOS, let's see if we could find a full recovery there. That would be amazing. Let's see. SNDL was, oh wow, Tesla's down again. Down to $700, from $780 down to $700. That's a big move down. Tilray's up 5%, from $17 up to $18. Again, they buy the rumor, sell the news. Looks like SNDL up 13%. So it's slowly making its move up. Well, fast in the beginning, and now it's slowly making its move up. Mara is down 5%. It's actually making a move from where it opened, from 34 cents up to 37 cents, and then now staying at around 36 or 37 cents, somewhere around that range. CCIV is up. All right, so I think that's it. We are seeing some movement with AMC right now. But I think that's it. Thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate anybody that came through. All the members that I gained, 9 members, 350 people that are currently watching. Make sure you hit that like button before you leave. If you guys are interested in joining the Discord group, the link is in the description. It's the first link in the description. And if you want to become a member to join these members only chats, it is right next to the subscribe button. Definitely weigh your options. It's only 99 cents. But thank you, everybody. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.